What up, everybody? I'm back. It's Wednesday. Got a couple more minutes before 5. Get into a topic today. We're going to be talking about cost per mile. Talking about the cost per mile estimator. We're talking about basically just knowing your rates for your trucks. Wait for some people to jump in. That's what we on today. How everybody doing out there? Hope everybody doing good this Wednesday. Just finishing up some paperwork. rates versus costs. We're gonna jump in right now. It's 5 o'clock. I was gonna say 5 a.m. That's the time I wake up. 5 o'clock p.m. Another Logistics Lounge, y'all. I appreciate y'all tuning in, giving out some content today on rates versus costs. Everybody wants great rates. Everybody wants $2 a mile, $3 a mile. But we have to understand, number one, what our costs are. And in order to find out those costs, what we need to do, number one, is we need to find out, number one, how many miles we're running for the entire year. It's hard to kind of gauge that, but if you know that you're going to be running 300 miles a day, you've got 5 days a week that you're going to run. You multiply the 300 miles times the 5 days a week, you get your miles per week. And you know there's 52 weeks in the year. You multiply that by the 52 weeks, and then you have your estimate of how many miles you're going to run for the week. What's up, Mark? After you find out that, you then have to figure out what your costs are for everything that's associated with running your truck. Number one, your fuel and maintenance. Those costs are variable. They go up and down, but you know you need an oil change every so many thousand miles, so you can kind of estimate that. Your fuel is a little bit harder to gauge, but if you know the truck runs at 8 miles per gallon and it holds 30 gallons, or let's just say it's 8 miles per gallon, you're going 300 miles a day. You can kind of figure that out from there, that what you need every day, what you're going to spend on fuel. At the end of it, you need to know how much it's going to cost you for the entire year. Your rate per mile is based off of your annual costs divided by the annual miles. At the end of the day, that's what it is. So trying to break it down a little simpler for you, because it's definitely not the easiest to calculate. So in essence, what you want to do is add up all your costs and multiply them by 12. So if you add up your costs for the month and multiply them by 12, you'll get an estimated cost for the year. So let's see if I can kind of look at something really quick. So let's just say, number one, your driver pay. Let's just say you're paying your driver, a month, you're paying him $3,100 a month. So annually, you're going to pay him $37,000 and some change per year. So after it's said and done, you divide the costs, the $37,000 divided by your annual mileage. So for an example, if you're running 8,400, if you're running 84,000 miles per year, you would divide the $37,000 into the 8,400 miles, or 84,000 miles. I keep saying 8,400. So again, driver pay. You're paying your driver $3,100 per month, $3,150 to be exact. Let's just go off of $3,150. You're paying annually $37,800 per year. And if on an average, let's say you're running 84,000 miles for the year, you divide $37,800 by 84,000 miles. You'll come up with a cost per mile of 45 cents per mile. So that's what you're paying your driver. You need to do that for each and every one of the categories that I'm about to list. So you need to do that for, number one, your driver pay. Number two, you need to do your fuel and maintenance. You need to do truck insurance. You need to do your truck payment. You need to do any trailer payments. You need to do any dispatching. Some people are getting a dispatching fee charged to them for helping you continue to move freight. You need to do that for IFTA, and you need to do that for all your subscriptions, your ELDs, any subscriptions that you have every month that you need to pay for to operate your truck. Operating costs is what we're talking about. All of these things are going to give you a number. You add all of those numbers up for the annual cost, not the monthly cost, the annual cost, and you divide the annual cost by the number of miles you're going to run for the year. So I've got an example on my computer right now, so I'm going to give you guys an example. So again, driver pay, $3,150 per month. Annual cost, $37,800. We divide the $37,800 by the annual miles, which is 84,000 miles. It comes to 45 cents. Fuel, we do the same thing for fuel. This comes to 34 cents a mile. Let's go to truck insurance. This comes out to 14 cents a mile. Truck payment comes down to 10 cents a mile. We don't have any trailer or lease payment for the truck. Do have a trailer payment. Trailer payment breaks down to 3 cents per mile. Dispatching, we do our own dispatching, so that's $0. Factoring fees comes to 5 cents a mile. Maintenance and repairs comes to 3 cents a mile. IRP, this is for a hot shot, so we don't have to worry about that. No IRP, no IFTA. Tires comes to 1 cent per mile. Subscriptions comes to another 1 cent per mile. And then I've got a miscellaneous that comes to 4 cents a mile. So in total, we're looking at $1.18 per mile, you guys. $1.18 is not bad. Can we cut costs somewhere? We probably can. But number one, we know what our costs are. So we don't necessarily have to shoot for the moon. We'd like to get $3 a mile for the hot shot. It'd be awesome. But if I'm in a situation where I can't get $3 a mile, or I'm in a situation where there's only 2 or 3 loads in a certain area, I know that it takes $1.18 for me to move my truck and break even. I'm not losing. So if I'm getting $1.50 per mile, which leaves me 32 cents profit per mile, which is a profit percentage of 21.36. So I'm making 21.36% on $1.50 mile, which is not bad. If I was to make $2 a mile, I'd be making 66 cents profit, and I would be making 32% on 32% profit margin. So just to reiterate that everyone wants a certain number for their truck. If you don't understand your costs, then getting that number may not even make sense for you. If it costs you $1.80 to move your truck, $2 is barely making money, right? So again, just to reiterate, those numbers that we're looking at, you guys, for $2 a mile, $3 a mile, those are great numbers to get, but your costs have to come down in order for you to make those great profit margins. So the target rate is to $2 a mile, $3 a mile, or whatever your target rate needs to be at to make you profitable. But again, having those numbers will give you a better idea of where you want to go and what you want to look for. I'm waiting for people to come in the room. I know it's still kind of early. I wanted to give out some information to you guys for the rates and for the cost per mile, because a lot of people are stuck on those numbers. I want to make sure that everybody's understanding of that. Everybody's aware of what it costs for you to move your truck. We have a cost per mile estimator that we have arranged. We continue to work on it to make sure that it's the best that it can be. If you need some help with that, contact us, shoot us a message, let us know what it is that you want to, or let us know what it is you need help with as far as finding out your costs. And we can do our best to send you something that'll help you. Or if we can, sit on the phone and kind of go over those numbers really quickly, we can do that. I don't see anybody messaging me on here. Hope everybody out making money while we ain't in the logistics lounge today. Waiting on people to come in. I'm here. I'm at the office. Been a long day. Had a lot going on today, but I'm here for y'all. Questions, comments, concerns. You just want to talk logistics, talk truck. You guys want to start your company? We're here to help you. Free resources on our website, www.startboldxprt.com. Free resources. Click the tab that says consulting. The very first option will be free resources. Shows you help you to start your business, help you to grow your business, and everything that you need as far as DUNS number, EIN. If you want to start your MC number, there are links to those specific places to help you do that. Those are absolutely free. EIN, DUNS number, helping you guys with credit, building credit, learning, understanding about credit, so that way you can be profitable, so that way you can not use your own money, use your credit to build you guys' business. You guys throw some topics out here. Even if you're not watching right now and you're watching later, throw some topics out here of what you want to hear about, what you want to talk about, what you want to see. I'm here to help you guys as much as I possibly can. Okay, again, guys, costs. There's a lot of misconception about the costs and what it costs to run your truck. So revert back to the beginning of the live. If you missed it, I kind of went over all of the things that you need to calculate for your rate, your cost per mile estimation. Again, annual costs. The annual costs divided by the annual mileage gives you your cost per mile. You want to give out, you want to put in estimations. If you don't already have your trucking company, or if you haven't been in business that long, you want to give estimates as to what you want to do for the month, and then multiply that by 12 as far as the mileage. If you have a track record, if you have 2-3 months in business, kind of go over your books and see what it costs for you to run last month or the month before, and then go give an estimate on that. There are always variables. There's going to be things that you don't account for, so put a little miscellaneous in there so that way you can account for some of it anyway. Again, I'm here for your guys today. If you want to shoot me a message, If you want to send me a comment on here, just let me know what y'all want me to do. Everybody at today. Okay. Well, I'm gonna give out some more game. So going bold, it means doing things that everyone else is afraid to do. You had it first starts with a thought. Bold thoughts lead to bold actions. Bold actions lead to bold results. Is what we do here. What I've been doing all my life is thinking bold and going outside the box and not doing what others think I should do or what others believe I can do. Um, so I want you guys to think about that and continue to press on in what you're doing. Everything happens for a reason, and those thoughts come to you about starting a business, about expanding your business, about doing something outside of what you're doing right now, and continue to push on that, continue to work on that, continue to make it happen. And I guarantee that the most work that you put in is going to be rewarded, you know? So, excuse me. That work's going to be rewarded. Hard work's going to be rewarded. Fortune favors the bold, and we on the cusp of it. You on the cusp of it. It's going to happen. Fortune favors the bold. Remember that. Need some more people to come in here. We can get some dialogue started. What I say, we win. All we do. Fortune favors the bold. That's right. Come on in, y'all. I see y'all over here. Come on in, y'all. Request to join if you ain't in here. Request to join. All right, we about 20 minutes in. Where everybody at? I know I said I was gonna give out some game. I thought some people was coming in here a little earlier, but um, we did. We gave out the cost per mile estimator. I'm sorry, y'all. Um, I should have been a little bit more prepared for nobody to show up. What's going on? Okay, so let me do a little something else right now. A lot of times people get into this game and they don't know what to do. They don't know how to do it. They need other people to help them in seeing their vision. The paperwork gets cumbersome. The tasks get cumbersome. The emails, all the things in this industry. You have to set up systems, y'all. Systems are paramount in what you want to do. Number one, find out your system for your dispatch, whether you're going to use a dispatcher, whether you're going to do it yourself. You have to have an operation. You have to have a mode of operation. You have to have a systematic way of doing things in order for everything to work. You know how many people I've encountered that can't produce paperwork to either the factoring company or the broker because it's lost, or someone sent it through a different method, or it's dark, or it's unclear when they send it. So invest in systems. I would say invest in systems. The systems will cost you a little bit if you want to use outside sources, but if you find a way to do it yourself, if you find a way to make these systems work for yourself, if you use Excel, some people are great at Excel. I would use Excel for a lot of the stuff that you can do. You want to utilize the cloud. You want to utilize Google Drive. You want to utilize iCloud. You want to utilize Dropbox. You want to use all these different methods to keep all your files in one place. So that way, when someone asks you for something, you can produce it. You want to keep all of your driver files in a cloud or in a system that you can access at any point in time. Driver's licenses, MC number, and certificate of insurance, factoring information, DOT information, IFTA information, UCR information. The list goes on and on and on. You want to keep all of these files readily accessible, because when someone asks you for them, you don't want to look like you don't know what you're doing. You don't want to look like you don't know what you're doing. That's the worst thing in business, is you don't want to put yourself out there and give a bad first impression. First impressions are everything, and you want to be well versed in what you're doing, and you want to be well put together. Sorry, y'all. I'm trying to get something off my computer. It's almost the end of the month, y'all. What y'all numbers looking like? Have they gone up? Have they gone down? Rates versus costs. Have they gone up? Have they gone down? Have they stayed the same? How do you know? Excel spreadsheets, notebooks. You write it down in notebooks. If that's the type of person you are, you write down all your costs in a notebook. Systems. I'm a systems guy. I like to input information into systems and they kick it back out to me and let me know what's going on. I use Excel too. I like to use Excel. There's so many different TMS systems. There's so many different platforms that you can utilize that will allow you to effectively and efficiently run your business. So definitely invest heavily into systems, you guys. Systems, systems, systems. I don't care whether you got a hot shot. I don't care whether you got a Sprinter van. I don't care whether you got a box truck, a semi. It makes no difference. You still got paperwork. You still got expenses. You still got everything that we're in transportation. There's so many moving parts. You got bill of ladings. You got proof of delivery, proof of pickup, rate confirmation. You got all this stuff that needs to be organized. And if you're not organized in just your paperwork process, how do you know how much you're making? How much you missing out on? Because really that's what it is. You're missing out on something because you're not effectively watching your numbers every month, every week. I would hate to say every day, but you want to know your numbers pretty much for the day, but you definitely want to know them for the month. At the end of the month, where are you at? And it helps you pivot to the next stage. If you want to go from making $5,000 a week to $6,000 a week, there's a process, there's a systematic way to do that. What have you been doing the last month that helped you get to that $6,000 a week? Or whether you had $1,000 a week with a cargo van or $2,000 a week with a cargo van. How do you get to the next level? How do you keep progressing? It's number one, watching your numbers. Go back at the beginning of this video, go to the cost per mile estimator. Again, call us. We can shoot it to you. It's still a work in progress, but we can shoot it to you free of charge, and we can talk about it if you want to talk about it. But essentially, it is your costs for everything annually. So add up all your costs for the year. Divide that cost by the number of miles you're going to run that year. It's an estimate. We don't know exactly, I don't know if I'm going to run 80,000 miles or if I'm going to run 50,000 miles. Put an estimate out there. Put it at the lowest that you would think for number one. Put it at the lowest. And then it'll give you, your number is going to be higher. Your cost per mile is going to be higher because the more miles you run, or I'm sorry, the least miles you run, and you got higher payments, so your cost per mile is going to be more. So I would say for estimation purposes, don't go above what you think you're going to run. If you're only running 200 miles a day, put in 200 miles a day, 5 days a week. So you run 1,000 miles a week. So you run a little over 4,000 miles a month. 4,000 miles times 12 months, you're at 48,000 miles. So don't overestimate, because you'll get inaccurate numbers. Don't overestimate and don't underestimate either, because you're going to get inaccurate numbers and it's not going to be correct. And you're going to be wondering why you're not making the amount of money that you should be making, because your estimates are off. Estimates are key. You have to be realistic, put real numbers in there, and real numbers get put back out to you. And again, you always evaluate it every month. Your gas prices are going to change every month, every week they'll change. Sometimes daily they change. So you want to continue to update your cost per mile estimator, so that way you know your numbers. You know how much you're making. You know how much you're spending every month. It's not a secret how people get to 6 figures and 7 figures a year. It's systems. The systems tell you how to make money. They literally tell you how to make money. You just have to look at the numbers and say, okay, well, in order for me to make money, I have to get above this. How do you do that? That's the harder part. You got to be bold. You got to go out there and do what you're supposed to do. You got to create contacts. You got to create relationships. You have to create relationships. The load board is not where you want to be at for any industry, not any industry, but for any piece of equipment that you have. Load boards are not the answer. They help you, They help you get started. Not everybody is fortunate enough to start with a contract or start with, something that they're running dedicated every week and every day. It's just some people aren't that fortunate. I'm not that fortunate. We still run off the low boards from time to time. We do have some people that are interested in giving us work for the week, for the month. So always be bold. Continue to look for different opportunities. There might not be one right in front of you, but if you keep looking, if you keep searching, you'll find one. You'll definitely find one. Blake, thanks for watching, man. We're talking about rate per mile versus cost per mile. Rate per mile. Everybody wants $4 a mile, $3 a mile. But again, what are your costs? How much are you making? How much profit are you making off of that $2 and $3 a mile? You making 10 cents per mile? You making 10% profit? You making 20% profit? You making 30% profit? Where are you at with it? If you don't know, then you just making money, but you don't know. You might be spending more than what you actually bringing in. You don't know. And then it's why, 80 to 90% of trucking companies fail within the first 2 years. It might be a little higher than that. I gotta do a little bit more research, but it might be a little higher than that. So a lot of companies fail because they don't look at the bottom lines. They don't look at the estimates. They don't forecast into the future, and they don't plan for now, right? So you work now, but you plan for the future. You want to get better every step of the way. Not everybody comes in making $2.50 a mile, $3 a mile on hot shot runs, and it's just not possible at all times. Every market is different. Every market is different. Every lane is different. Every broker is different. Would you rather sit, or would you rather keep moving and making some money at 10% profit or 20% profit rather than, I got to make 50% profit? It'd be nice. Trust me, it'd be nice. But sometimes reality sets in, and you gotta go with that 30 cent profit, 30% profit margin. That's good though. That's good. Some people don't know that. That's good. So in essence, if 30% profit is that, out of every $1,000 you make, 300 is profit. A little bit more than 300 is profit. So that's pretty good. After paying your driver, after paying all your equipment and insurance, and that's pretty good. It's pretty good. Once you become more solvent, once you pay off a truck, once you get your insurance rates down after the first year, after the second year, after the third year, your insurance premiums drop, you'll make more money. You'll make more money. You can find ways to save on fuel too. Fuel cards, different programs they have to save on fuel. So there's always ways to shave costs. Sometimes you won't make it there if you don't pay attention now to the costs. Pay attention to the costs, y'all. It's out there. The numbers don't lie. The numbers don't lie. Where you guys gonna be at in 2022? 2021 is halfway over. It's halfway over, y'all. We in July. We almost in August. Many of you started at the beginning of the year. Some people started a few months ago. Some people just getting their authority right now. Where you gonna be at in 2022? How you gonna get to 2022? It's by knowing those costs, y'all. You gotta know the costs. They say it pays to know the costs. And it's gonna pay you to know the cost. I'm gonna challenge everybody to know your costs. I want to see some feedback in the comments. I want to see some DMs. I want to see some emails. I want to see some telephone calls coming in. Let me know what your cost per mile is. When you find it out, drop it down here in the comments. Let me know what it is that you want to get. Rates versus costs. Your rate that you want versus the cost that it costs you to run your truck. I challenge y'all to do that. Not a lot of people gonna do it. Not a lot of people gonna do it. That's my thoughts for the day. Rates versus costs. If y'all need any more information, call me. 1-855-996-0900. Look us up on the web, startboldxprt.com. We got YouTube page now. We got content going up there. We've got Instagram pages. You see us on Facebook. We on here right now. So we coming for 2022. Rates versus cost, y'all. We got to know. Drop it down in the comments. Call us. Email us. Text us. Whatever you want to do. Let us know what your rates are that you're trying to get, and let us know your costs. How much it costs you to run that. Remember, always, go bold. Watch your plans unfold. The bold thoughts lead to bold action. Bold action leads to bold results. I'm out of here, y'all. Peace.